What is going on, fragrance lovers and fans out there everywhere? We are looking at another oud, and it is, well, I just got a decant of it. It's this guy, Gucci Intense Oud. EDP, 5 mil. Got this off eBay from a very, very highly rated seller, like basically perfect marks nearly across the board. Thousands of transactions. I think if this were fake, we would have heard about it by now. So I have some good things and some not so hot things to say about this fragrance. So let's get into it first. The nose. House of Gucci for me has been a big hit and miss over the years, as I have related that to you guys in some of my past episodes. They have done some really good stuff. They've done some very polarizing stuff. And they've done some things that, frankly, I just didn't think were all that great. And were just sort of, they were good to a point, and then they just kind of weren't anything all that special. And so to me, Gucci's very commercial. They sometimes get it right. They usually don't get it anywhere near perfect. And sometimes they just kind of fumble, bumble. But at any rate, if you look at the bottle online, go ahead and get online. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous bottle with what looks to be like a, I don't know if the top piece moves or not. It looks like you could maybe pick it up by like a buckle. Sort of like a gold Gucci. Anyways, it's a gorgeous, kind of simple bottle, but the cap is really, really cool. And it just says Gucci Intense Oud, and I believe it comes in 100 mils or thereabouts. Pricing is fairly expensive. If you buy this retail, you're looking at about $155 to $165. If you go on a couple of the discounters like Fragrance X, Fragrance Net, possibly Amazon or eBay, and possibly Notino if you're in Europe or other parts of the world, you can get it for as little as around, I want to say about 125, $130 for a full bottle. So a nice discount from retail, but is it bottle worthy? I'm not so sure, and let's get into why. Firstly, the nose again was Aurélien Guichard, and Mr. Guichard has done a lot of really, really good fragrances and a lot of merely good to very good fragrances that didn't necessarily reinvent the wheel, but they're very solid for what they do. Mostly commercial, very successful commercially. So this is a typical sort of Oriental fragrance. It's unisex. You get your incense, your woody notes, which I assume are sandalwood and possibly cedar and some resins. There are some leather notes in here. There are some incense in here. There's some amber. Agarwood, certainly, that's your oud. And finally, olibanum. There may be a lot of other synthetic molecules in here. I don't know. That's all they're listing. And it scored a fairly very high, roughly about a 4.39, 4.4, that kind of region on Fragrantica. I don't know what it scores like on base notes and other sites. I'm sure it's probably roughly something similar. Okay, so I just sprayed on this, and it was also my scent of the day. It smells nice opening, but it's very soft, guys. This is nowhere near something like a La Yuquam. It's not a powerhouse. And I don't know, it just did not have enough projection for me. Projection was quite weak. Longevity was pretty bad. And I think that the sillage trail was also quite poor. Not non-existent, that's not what I'm saying. But my skin just chews up lots of fragrances like within just 2, 3 hours, 4 hours tops. And that's just the way that my pH is balanced, I guess, with most colognes, parfums, eau de parfums. I've only had great experience with longevity and projection with clones or like La Yucawam, a couple others, and certainly real oils work great because you put them on your pulse points. Those tend to last a real long time. Again, longevity and sillage and projection were pretty bad for this fragrance. It died down after about the first couple of hours to a mild scent bubble. And after a further 2 hours, it was merely a very light skin scent. Still detectable, especially under the shirt. But outwardly, at least to my olfactory senses, I had to literally put my arm on my nose and then I could smell it. So if you guys want to go out, and I'm not saying you have the same pH as I do, but if you end up having something similar to my experience, I would not in good conscience recommend that you guys go out and drop 150 to 180 bucks, whatever this costs retail. Don't pay retail, or even 125, 130 on discounters websites for something that just is not going to project. The oud is nice, but it's somewhat very faint and muted. It's not front and center. It's not pungent enough. The incense is nice. It's there, but it's very mild. Everything's very soft and French and very well rounded. But it's also very commercial, guys. They played it safer than I thought. This is a pretty safe, westernized, very commercial interpretation of Intense Oud. Unfortunately, there's nothing intense about it. The oud is there, like I said, but it's not intense. It's not pungent. It's not skanky. It's very soft, very sophisticated, very round. I don't know if that's going to be enough oud for most of you oud lovers, but it might be a great way to open up your collection and begin to experience oud. If you're going to get your nose in this fragrance, please, for the love of God, order a decant or a sample first before you pull the trigger. I am so glad that I did not pull the trigger on the bottle. It just doesn't have staying power nor projection. And the smell, while very nice to a degree, smells safe, commercial. The oud is too soft and round and soft for my taste. And more than anything, after a while, it just smells more like a floral, woody. And I don't know where that floral note's coming through, but it comes through much stronger after dying down towards the base. That's where I get some kind of floral component. And I'm not the only one saying this. You guys can go on Fragrantica, go on Base Notes, and you'll see that a lot of other users out there are mentioning this floral note thing. And I can attest it's there. I don't know what it is. They're probably not admitting to other notes being in there, like jasmine or iris or something. But there's some other floral component in there. I liked it. Definitely didn't love it. Projection, longevity, and overall performance, just too weak to be bottle worthy. I'm so sorry, Gucci. It's otherwise a pretty fine scent. And again, I would strongly recommend get a sample decant or a sample pack before you pull the trigger on the bottle. You heard it here, folks. Sorry to break hearts out there. I like the House of Gucci. Don't love them in general, but I keep it real on this channel 100% of the time, if possible. So that's going to wrap it up, guys. A little heads up. Next review, Elie Saab, France, Paris, Essence number 4 Oud. That is going to be very interesting. I've been very interested in getting my nose on Elie Saab fragrance for quite some time. Can't wait. Tune in next time if you want to see that review. If you like, please subscribe and hit the bell for future updates. That's the only way I'm going to make sure that you're getting new content on time. Thanks so much, guys. Spray often if it smells good. Spray well. And live life on your terms, not someone else's. I am out. Peace.